Hello and welcome to the classroom. My name is Miss Kathy and this is Sue if you're new here. Well, Sue, today's letter of the day is T, and T is for trains. And I know you love trains. Have you ever ridden on a train before? Have you ridden on a train before? Well, today we're going to have fun making a train. We're going to read a book about Thomas the Train, and we're even going to learn about some trains. We're going to learn all about them. Well, before we do that, though, we've got to do our class job. What is our class job? We've got to feed Fred, our pet fish. So, Sue, why don't you have a seat? And we'll feed Fred right now. And it looks like Fred has some friends on his shelf today. Hi, Fred. Here's Fred's fish food. Would you like to zoom over and get a closer look at Fred? I thought so. Come on, let's go. Let's go say hi to Fred. Hi, Fred the fish. Now that we have fed Fred and said hello, let's zoom out and see Fred's friends. Look at those trains. Today, letter T is for trains. And I see Thomas. Let's zoom back out so we can do our calendar time for today. The month is still September, but let's reach into our can and see how we're going to count the numbers. It says chug like a train, so let's take our arms like this and move them round and round like we're a train. Chug, 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 chug. You ready to count? Okay. 1, 2, 3, chug, chug, chug. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, chug, chug, chug. 9, 10, 11, chug, chug, chug. Today is September 11th. Can you say that? September 11th. If you want to know what day of the week it is, then go up, up, up to the top. It starts with an M, and letter M says So what day is it today? It's Monday. Today's Monday. Days of the week. 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 There's Sunday and there's Monday. There's Tuesday and there's Wednesday. There's Thursday and there's Friday. And then there's Saturday. Days of the week. 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 Well, it is time to check the weather, so look outside your window and see what your weather is like today. Okay, did you check? When I do like this with my microphone, just shout out whatever your weather is. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is out today. It is out today. Well, let's dress Weather Bear next. I think Weather Bear wants to wear a t-shirt and his overall shorts. And I think he wants to put on his sandals. And what is the season right now? It's summer. Soon it will be fall, but right now it's still summer. Well, that was our calendar and weather time, and now it's time for our letter of the day. And today's letter is T. Can you say T? T. If your name has letter T, stand up. If your name has letter T, stand up. If your name has letter T, if your name has letter T, if your name has letter T, stand up. My name has a letter T. Well, today T is for trains, and here's an idea for decorating your letter T. Just take a black crayon and make lines this way, and lines this way. And that looks like a train track. And the best part of all is you can actually drive your toy train on the tracks. And that'll help you practice your letter T. Well, now that we can recognize letter T, we'll practice writing it. Let me show you. To write letter T, you're going to make a line that goes straight down like this, and then you're going to give it a top, just a line straight across the top. Let's try to practice writing the big letter T. Make a line that goes down, and then make a line that goes across the top. Down with a top. Down with a top. Down with a top. Some students want to make their T like this. They want to make a line over here and a line over here. But instead, let's make one line all the way across. So make your line down and then come way over here and then make a line that goes all the way across. So this is the big uppercase letter T. And now for the small t. You're going to make a line that goes down. And this time you're going to make a line that goes across in the middle instead of the top. Kind of like a belt. A belt goes in the middle. So make a line that goes down and across. Down and across in the middle. Down and across. And it looks like a cross, doesn't it? Down and across. That's how you make the little letter T. Well, now that we can recognize T and we know how to write it, and by the way, I want to cheer for you and give you a sticker because I know you were doing a great job on your handwriting time. This is for you. So next we're going to talk about the sound that T makes. Letter T makes this sound. T, t, t. You try. T, t, t. Sounds like a ticking clock. Can you take your finger and move it back and forth like this? T, 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 t. Letter T says t, 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 like a ticking clock. T, 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 t. Let's use our whole body to be a clock. Move your body back and forth. T, 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 t. Letter T says t, like a ticking clock. Well, that was our letter of the day time, and now it's time for math. We're going to learn a brand new number for today and for this whole week. So the number is 5, but let's go back and see if we remember all the numbers we've been learning so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, and now we're ready for number 5. You make a little line and then a backward C with a top. That's how you make number 5. Let me show you. We're going to first make a little line and then a backwards letter C with a top. Little line, backwards C with a top. 5 can be a little tricky, but not if you break it up into parts like this. Make a little line, make a backwards letter C, and then just give it a top. Little line, backwards C with a top. I can turn this number 5 into a Snoopy dog. Let me show you. This is the face. Here's the eye. This is the nose. And this will be his hat. And there's his ear. I made a Snoopy dog with number 5. Face, nose, hat. Face, nose, hat. Hope that helps you to write number 5. Now we're going to count 5 trains. Will you help me count them? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's count the trains again. And this one has number 1. It's Thomas, and look, he has number 1 on the side of him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How many trains can you see? 5. And this is how you write number 5. So we can recognize it, we can write it, and now we practice counting it. It's Monday today, so that means we're going to introduce a brand new color of the week. This week's color is orange. O-R-A-N-G-E, orange. O-R-A-N-G-E, orange. O-R-A-N-G-E, orange. Orange is what that spells. Pumpkins are always orange. Carrots are always orange. Oranges are always orange. O-R-A-N-G-E. That's how you spell orange. Our shape for this week is going to be the oval. And look, it's orange. I am Ollie Oval. A football shape is mine. Some people think that I'm an egg, but I think I look just fine. So an oval is like a circle, but squished. So if I just take this empty toilet tube and squish it, it turns into an oval. So there's a circle, and look, squish it, and that's an oval. It's like a squished circle. We're going to use this in art today in just a little bit. But right now, it's time to learn about trains. So all aboard, everybody. So the first thing I want to tell you is that trains travel on tracks. I'm sure you've seen train tracks before. Here you can see a picture of some tracks. And there are different kinds of trains. This kind of train is a freight train. Do you see those big giant containers? They are loaded onto the train using a big, powerful, and strong crane. Wow, take a look at that. Another kind of train is called a passenger train. People ride inside a passenger train. This is what it looks like inside. The people can look out the window as the train travels by. This is a conductor. A conductor is the person who takes care of the people on the train. He says, "All aboard." This is a train engineer. An engineer makes sure that the train isn't going too fast or too slow. He can stop the train if he needs to, and he gets to blow the whistle. Some trains go over bridges. Wow, look how high up that train is. Some trains go through tunnels. It's dark in the tunnel, but this tunnel has lights. Some trains go very fast, like the bullet train in Japan. And some trains go very slow, like the Glacier Express in Switzerland. Well, it's time for us to make our very own train, so let's travel over to the art table, everybody. Chug, 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 chug. For art today, we're going to make our very own train, and you get to decide what color your train will be. I think I'm going to make a blue train, blue like Thomas. You could use any color you would like. Okay. So once we get our train colored, the next thing to do is to cut it out. I'm just cutting all around my train. Okay, so there's something missing. Did you notice there are no wheels on this train? So we're going to use an empty toilet tube to make our wheels. So I'm going to take the toilet roll and squish it like this, and I'm going to cut it in the middle. You might have to get a grown-up to help you with this part because cardboard is kind of hard to cut. While it's still squished, I'm going to make a little line like that with my scissors. I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. See? Now I'm going to unsquish it, and I'm going to slip my train into that slit that I just cut, and those will be the train wheels. And the cool part is that it can actually stand up like this. Chug, 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 chug. We made a little train today for art. We're going to do story time next, and I actually have the book that I'm going to read to you today. It's called The Great Race. It's a Thomas the Tank Engine book. The Great Race. Thomas is a tank engine. Bertie is a bus. I can go faster than you, says Thomas. I will race you, Bertie says. Off they go. Thomas rides on tracks. Clack, 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 clack. Bertie drives on roads. Beep, 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 beep. Thomas pulls Annie and Clarabelle. Go fast, they call. Go faster. Here's Annie and Clarabelle. They're the passenger cars on Thomas's train. Bertie is in front, says Annie. Bertie is in front, says Clarabelle. Wait and see, Thomas tells them. The road crosses the tracks. Bertie has to stop. Thomas gets to go. Goodbye, Bertie, Thomas calls. Now Thomas is in front. But Thomas has to stop to let the people off. Bertie catches up. Goodbye, Thomas, Bertie says. Now Bertie is in front. Go fast, says Annie. Go faster, says Clarabelle. Wait and see, Thomas tells them. A hill is up ahead. Bertie takes the road around the hill. Thomas takes a tunnel straight through the hill. Thomas wins the race. That was fun, says Bertie. Peep, peep, says Thomas. Yes, it was. The end. Well, I hope you had some fun today with our letter T learning. Tomorrow, bring a musical instrument to class. U is for ukulele and all things musical. I'll see you then, everybody. Have a great rest of your day. Goodbye.